All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that's pretty sacred in sports, but what if it's also completely broken? I'm talking about the post-game talk. We're going to explore if there's a much better way to handle those critical moments right after the game ends. Seriously, think about it for a second. What's the one thing that happens after pretty much every single game, win or lose, from the time you're a little kid all the way up to the pros? We all do it, but does it actually work? That's the big question we're digging into. I mean, you can picture it in your head right now, can't you? The whole team is just gassed. Maybe they're flying high after a win or completely crushed from a loss. And they're all huddled up around a coach who's trying to find the perfect words. It's a scene that's just packed with emotion. But here's the thing. Just because it's tradition doesn't mean it's actually effective. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. Why does this routine that we've been doing forever so often just fall flat? Wow, that is a heavy statement. It basically argues that these immediate emotional speeches are often more for the coach, for them to vent or celebrate, than they are about actually helping the players get any better. That's a pretty tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, but it really sets the stage for thinking about this in a totally new way. So here are the 5 big reasons it all falls apart. Number 1, your players, they don't really care. I mean, they're tired, they're hungry, their minds are a million miles away. 2, the coach isn't prepared either. Their view is totally clouded by the heat of the moment. 3, everyone is waiting for the players. Parents, friends, you name it. 4, the talk is usually about resulting, just talking about the win or loss, not actually analyzing how they performed. And finally, number 5, it's just a terrible return on investment. You have this tiny window of your team's attention, and this is how it's being used. It just doesn't make sense. So if the old playbook is busted, what does the new one look like? Let's get into a much better alternative. Okay, I absolutely love this analogy. Think about a classroom. After a big test, a teacher doesn't just give a speech about how the class did. No way. You get your test handed back with notes, with feedback, with a grade. It's a clear system. So what's the equivalent for an athlete? Where's their graded test after every single game? And right here, this is the revolutionary idea. What if, instead of the coach talking at the players, we just flipped the entire script? What if we gave the players 3 to 5 minutes to just think, to evaluate themselves first, before a single word from the coach? This whole new approach is built around one really powerful tool. It's called the Mindset Performance Indicator, or you'll see it called the MPI. So, what is it? At its core, the MPI is just a system for athletes to report their own feedback right after a game. It helps create a structured conversation, what they call a recap. The whole point is to take all those messy, subjective feelings and turn them into objective data that everyone can actually look at and understand together. And listen, this isn't some simple little survey. It's a super comprehensive 9-point evaluation. Athletes rate their own performance, the team's, their mental and physical state, how prepared they felt. They even get into specific character and behavior traits. It's a complete 360-degree view, all from the athlete's own perspective. Okay, so that's the theory. But how does this system actually turn a bunch of individual feelings into real, actionable data for a whole team? Let's take a look at how it all comes together. It all starts right here, with creating a common language. This simple scale lets an athlete quantify how they performed, from being in a total panic all the way up to being in the zone. And just like that, you've got a huge first step. Everyone on the team is suddenly using the same words to describe performance. And it goes way deeper than just a number. The system asks athletes to pinpoint qualitative stuff too. What was your best character quality out there? Was it your poise, your intensity? And, maybe even more important, what's the biggest thing you need to work on? This is where you get the real color and texture of the performance. And now, here's where the magic happens. All of that individual data, it's instantly pulled together into a team-wide analytics report. So a coach can see in a matter of seconds, here's where the team felt we were strong, and here's where they felt we struggled. It's an instant snapshot of the team's collective mind. But the real power isn't in just one game. It's what happens over time. Game after game, this data builds up to create what's called a performance pulse. You can literally watch the trends in your team's mindset, their preparation, their performance, all across an entire season. You start to see things you would have absolutely missed otherwise. And this part is so crucial. It's not just for the coach. Each athlete gets their very own dashboard. They can see their own ratings and track their personal progress over time.
This closes the feedback loop and empowers them to take real ownership of their own development. The self-awareness this builds is just massive.
So, what does this all add up to? Well, it's about moving away from that one-way emotional speech and shifting to a two-way data-informed dialogue. It creates a shared language, and maybe most importantly, it closes that huge gap between how an athlete feels they performed and how a coach saw it. By replacing that traditional talk with just a few minutes of structured self-reflection, you can transform feedback from a monologue into a powerful, data-driven conversation. So the real question is this the kind of change we need to unlock that next level of performance?